So the kinds of coverages you can expect to have on your auto insurance policy are first and foremost what's called liability limits. Pursuant to California law, whoever owns an automobile or even a motorcycle has to carry with them in their auto policy or motorcycle policy what's called liability coverage. This covers you for an accident for which you might be found at fault. There's two aspects to it actually, two components: bodily injury liability limits and the property damage liability limits. The bodily injury aspect pays for another party who's involved in the accident's bodily injury claims if they do pursue one, for example, their medical expenses and a loss of earnings, whereas the property damage liability limits will actually pay for any property damage sustained to the other person's vehicle, pay for things such as the repairs, if the car's a total loss, rental receipts, etc. Other coverages that are more optional and will depend on the type of policy you purchase are something such as comprehensive/collision coverage, which will take care of the repairs to your own vehicle. There's also something that you can purchase called medical payments coverage, which will pay for any of your medical expenses incurred as a result of an accident. There's also rental car coverage, which many people like to have. What, in my opinion, is one of the most important coverages to make sure you have in your auto policy on every car and motorcycle is something called uninsured motorist coverage, which also carries with it underinsured motorist coverage. Now, the reason why this is important is because in California, there are many uninsured motorists on our streets and highways. And there are as well many underinsured motorists. So for example, if you were to get into an accident with someone who's uninsured and doesn't have the proper automobile insurance, you can actually, under your own policy, bring a claim and get paid out from your uninsured motorist coverage. Likewise, if the adverse party who's found to be at fault doesn't have enough insurance to cover the value of your claim, you can also bring a claim against your own insurance and get paid out of them in addition to the adverse parties. Again, I cannot stress how important this is. It's a very comprehensive coverage. It covers you, your passengers, and even times, depending on the language of your policy and what you purchase, it can cover you as a pedestrian, a bicyclist, and etc. Based on my experience, it's not a very expensive coverage at all. And due to that, I highly recommend that everybody makes sure that they have this coverage in their policy. When deciding what type of auto policy to purchase, it's very important to let your insurance broker or agent know sort of who you are, your profession, whether you have assets or not. It's a very important decision, and you want to be informed to make sure you have enough coverage to protect you and your family as well as your assets. Of course, we here at J&Y are always here to help. If you have any questions or concerns or want to discuss purchasing automobile insurance or even motorcycle insurance, give us a call. We always offer free consultations and you have nothing to lose.